Good evening, sports fans. This is George with Custom Tied Flies and Guide Service. And this evening, we're going to tie an original pattern. It's called a CT FB Caddis Pupa. The FB stands for Flatbraid. Tie these in a 10 to a 14. I'm using a Daiichi 1130 in size 10, but any of the light wired curved hooks like a Mustad C49 will do the trick. Excuse me. This is a 3.2 millimeter brass bead, and in black, matte black, and I get these at Wholesale Fly Company. So the body is Semperfli fluorescent green Flatbraid 1.5 millimeter, and there's some dubbing on it. It's Hareline's Peacock ice dub, and then the collar hackle on it is a ginger Brahma hen saddle from Whiting. I'm using Semperfli 50 denier Nanosilk 500 thread. So here we go. You're going to get tied in. Make sure that you really capture that down well, because this Nanosilk stuff is pretty slippy. You got to run that down almost to the bottom of the bend. Bring back up. And your flat braid. Couple half hitches up here. I'm going to put this on my bobbin cradle. Turn this flat braid on. Get it good and snug. I usually take 3 keeper wraps. And then 2 more. Now I'm going to bring my thread back to about there, maybe a 1/4 of an inch or so back behind the bead. Excuse me. And that's where your first piece of the ice dubbing is going to go in. I don't typically use dubbing wax or dubbing loops. I just use a little saliva and turn this stuff right onto the thread. You don't need a real long dubbing noodle on this number 10, it's probably 2 inches. And you're just going to pile it all up in the same spot and bring your thread forward. And you take your little bore brush, pick that out, and you got one of your Brahma hen feathers. You prepare that by grabbing the point, the tip of the feather, and then just stroking those fibers back so it kind of looks like a Christmas tree. And you can just break that off. Get on there with your hackle pliers, and you want to stroke those fibers back. As you turn this, pull it forward as you come till you get to the fluff. Might get to 2.5, 3 wraps, something like that. Stroke those back. And then your next dubbing, this noodle does need to be, I don't know, just a little bigger than the one behind the collar hackle. So 2.5, 3 inches. You can add more, put on less and add more, or you can, oh, about 3 inches looks like. You want to make sure that that bead is good and snug on there. And then before you finish it off, just pick that out. There we go. And I'm going to take my UV resin. This is Solares Bone Dry in a little container. I use this kind of whip finisher instead of the other one because of the way the top and bottom are. I'll show you that here in a second. What I mean. So this whip finisher spins, okay, but it's got a little more traditional design. So when I'm working with UV resin or head cement and I'm doing a wet whip, I like this kind because I can manhandle the head to get whatever stuff might be stuck on the head. I don't have to worry about bending it. This kind, on the other hand, this is a Griffin rather. The wire is a little thinner, and the top of the head, the wire hook is a little narrower. So this loads up quicker. And that's why I don't like to use it when I'm doing a wet whip. hit that with my light. There you go. CT Bead FB Caddis Pupa. FB stands for Flatbraid. So I hope this video was interesting and informative for you. Excuse me. You can find this and many more like it on my showcase website at www.custom-tied.com. That's CUSTOMTIED.com. Have a splash. Don't forget the dash. You can also, if you would, like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. You can also find my bugs on my Facebook virtual fly shop by searching Custom Tyer 02. CUSTOMTYER 02. I don't know if this is helpful for you or not. There's my card. Of course, everything's all backwards. I don't know how to fix that. So, happy tying.